DivaDollFlawless. In today's video, I am going to do a tutorial on these little flowers here. They were something I was playing around with. I am currently prepping some friend mail, and I say, you know what? While I'm making these, let me just go ahead and stop and film a tutorial. All you need are these flower petals, and I did use this paper punch, and I'm almost positive that I purchased this from AC Moore. I know a lot of people don't have AC Moore, and for those of us who do, AC Moore is now going out of business. So just use any flower punch that you have or templates that you have from your Cricuts, or you know, whatever it is that you have within your collection. This is very versatile. Then you need to decide how you want your flower to look. So as you can see here, I do have two different colors. I opted for the light pink and the dark pink to both be on top. Okay, and then once I decide that this is going to be the middle part and this is going to be layered like this, all I do is just take my petals, ball them up, because I don't want them to be perfect flowers. I like more shabby, vintagey sort of flowers, and then I just unroll them. Now I'm using 65-pound cardstock from Michaels. Okay, if you use anything thinner, just be mindful that if you do ball it up, it does weaken the paper just a touch, and you want to be mindful of that. Alright, so now what I need to do is stamp on my middle flower, and to do so I used my Memento Rich Cocoa. I'm going to use my clear stamping block. And one of my favorite stamp brands are Bo Bunny. I am really obsessed with their stamps. I love them. And the stamp I'm going to use is this one here. And this obviously is from Tuesday Morning, and it's from the It Is Written stamp set. Okay. I hope I have some baby wipes around here so I can wipe my stamp off. And I'm just going to pop this on here. I was going to use my bigger block, but to be honest, I'm literally just stamping a little teeny bit, and that is it. This stamp is already prepped because I've used it before. So now I'm just going to stamp on the flower petal. If you feel like your petal needs more, then you can go right on in with more ink and stamp it up. It really just depends on how you want your flower petal to look. I don't want too much, but I want just enough so that when I do go to glue this together, you can still kind of see it. And on this one, I might not put the diamond dust, but I did use diamond dust on these, as you can see. But so now I'm going to take my glue, and y'all probably hear my chair squeaking. I'm gonna just take my glue. This is art glitter glue, and just put the flower petals together. You want to make sure that you're not stacking them on top of each other, that they're stagger stepping, I guess you can call it. So it should look like this. Okay, and then I'm going to take my top flower and do the same thing. So now you can see all of your flower petals, and I need to actually look up and pay attention to where the camera is, so I can make sure that I am in frame. So then you just hold this down. And I really do love the art glitter glue. It dries pretty fast. It really doesn't give me any issues. I tried using a reptile glue in these, and it didn't work out for me. So I'm just trying to hurry up and use that glue up so that I can continue to use all of my bottles of art glitter glue that I have. So this is what the flower looks like. And then what I did And I actually did it before I glued everything down. Almost forgot about this step. This is my Tim Holtz Distress ink in tea dye. So I'm just going to take some of that and just ink up the edges of the flower. And you can do as much or as little as you like. And I like this because you can do this in one color scheme. You can do it in multiple color schemes. And this is a way that if you wanted to do this where the middle flower has a design or a pattern, you could just punch it out of design paper with a design on it or a pattern already. But I really do like the look of either music note paper or stamped lettering on flowers. It's just something about it that makes it look so cool. All right, so now that we have that together, the next thing we need to do is glue down our center. This is the center I'm opting for this specific flower. This was just some trim that I had in my stash, and I just cut it apart so that I can use it in the middle of my flowers. Okay, now I've been playing around with this glue that I found at my local Dollar Tree, but they also have this at another dollar type store. It's like it reminds me of like the cold hot glues type of glue, I guess you could say. And so far I've been liking it. Typically I would just use the art glitter glue for stuff like this because it does hold once it dries. So I am just going to try to get this on here without getting it everywhere. The only thing I don't like about this spout is that when I was trying to cut it, see, it's very stringy, like those cold type of glues that we consider like a cold hot glue, something like that. I really could have just used my fabric tack or the 3-in-1 for this. So I'm gonna just hold that down and then pull my petals up around it, and then just, this is how I was going about my flowers. I made them all, set them to the side, let it dry, and then I went in with my art glitter glue and my diamond dust. So the diamond dust that I have is from Amazon. This thing has been lasting me for the longest. This is the Floorcraft brand. I'm going to take my little glitter tray and put it in there. Open up my diamond dust, and I highly recommend that you always use this over scrap paper and something that can catch it, because these are basically, to my knowledge, little glass shards. All right, so you take your art glitter glue and you're just going to squeeze it over the flower where you want to have your sparkles. Okay, and set that down. I use a spoon to just pour it over top. Try not to touch this stuff as much as possible with my actual hands anyway. So like that, and then flip it over and tap it. Okay, now when it dries, you're not going to see the glitter, the art glitter glue, and when it dries you're still going to have little pieces that will fall off. But once it dries, I just take it, and again I sit it over a piece of paper or something like that, just to make sure that once it's dry, I'm tapping all those little pieces off. That's it. So I do like this stuff. I had made some ice skates this past winter, heritage ice skates, and put this on it, and they were so pretty. But I sent that stuff to Sarahi. Now once it's dry, stuff like this that you're going to make in bulk, I like to have them pre-made, but in this case I'm sending it to someone. So I'm just going to go ahead and take me a little square foam pop dot and put it on the back of it, but don't take the backing off of it, so that whenever the recipient gets it, when they're ready to use it, they can just go ahead, try to get some more of this off, they can just go ahead and peel that off and put it on whatever project that they want to put it on. So that's it. Hopefully this will inspire you to go ahead and pull out whatever you have in your craft stash and make your own. But as I stated in my paper flower organization video, even though I buy a ton of pre-made flowers, I still like to make my own, and I don't have anything in my collection that looks like these, so that's why I like to use what I have to just make it unique to whichever project that I'm working on. So thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day, dolls. Smooches. Mwah. Bye.